Today, we are looking at the E6 and the E8, and there's a particular reason why we decided to do both machines in the same video. And next to me is a gentleman you want to know. He is Hazem from Jura, Canada, and he knows everything you need to know about Jura coffee systems. And he's been kind enough to give us some of his time. Thank you for being here today, Hazem. So who would be the perfect customer for the E6 and the E8? Who would be the perfect customer for the E8?
So for the E8, the perfect customer would be a person who loves both espresso and coffee beverages and milk-based beverages like cappuccino and latte macchiato on a daily basis, high usage.
Right.
All right. For the E6, however, on the other hand, you enjoy espresso and coffee beverages on a daily basis and an occasional milk throughout the week. The main functionality and main procedure for making coffee beverages is absolutely exactly the same.
Okay.
The main difference between the both machines is the frothing system.
Mm-hmm.
So the frothing system and the E8 is a little bit more advanced than the E6. And there's $700 difference.
So, from what I understand, these machines are identical in the way they work. They have the same program capabilities.
Yes.
They serve the same exact type of drinks.
For coffee drinks are exactly the same.
Same exact coffee drinks, but when it comes to milk-based drinks, such as cappuccinos and cafe lattes and macchiatos, E8 is a better machine. Is there any drink that this machine, the E6, will not be able to serve?
Technically not. You are still able to do the drinks that E8 offers, but they wouldn't be on the main screen like we can see here. You will have to program them on your own usage, whatever you like them to.
So if I wanted to make a drink that's not served here to you, can you think of a drink that's not being made here automatically?
Latte macchiato.
Latte macchiato. And I would have to manually do the milk froth and then wait for that and then manually add the espresso.
I would say it's simpler than that.
Simpler than that?
You are able to program it under the P button, under the beverage,
okay,
where you just add the interval to the normal cappuccino that we see on the screen.
Okay, so there is some playing around with the
Yes.
settings here for milk-based drinks, whereas with this, the E8 model is just push of a button
Exactly.
and you go.
So this is a one-touch system, and that one you would see the rotary on the right side of the machine,
Right.
where you have to switch open when the machine tells you.
Okay, well we're going to work them both, so you're
Exactly.
going to see what the differences are, and we're going to make the same exact drink with both machines. Now there is a couple of other differences as well, from what I understand, right?
Yes. So the major second difference I would say is the pre-ground chute on the back. So with the E8, you are able to have the bypass from whatever beans you use. So if you don't want to use a blend in the bean, the same one you use in the hopper,
Okay.
you're able to have pre-ground coffee like decaf, for instance.
Okay.
On the E6, you don't have the bypass.
So it's one bean that's in here, and that's it. You don't have an option with the ground beans,
Yes.
which is actually available on pretty much all the other
That's correct.
Jura machines. The E6 is missing that. Is there any other difference between the two?
I wouldn't say it's a different, but in E6, it only comes in moonlight silver. E8, however, you have three different options. You have the chrome, which we have right here,
Okay.
which you can see. We have black and completely white, which is newly introduced in 2020.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
And the white machines are actually very sexy. The Nordic white, I believe is called. So, great. As far as, again, everything else except for the color with those lineups, the E8s, same, it's just different colors. Okay, so that's fantastic. Now, let's go through, because as far as the exterior is concerned, well, I'm just going to ignore the froth system for a second. The rest seems to be identical in both machines.
Yes. So let's go into details.
Yes.
Why don't we?
Let's start with the exterior.
Perfect. So, and this information goes for both machines. So first thing, what we can see here on the top is the bean hopper, where you are able to fit 280 grams of coffee beans and you can see this plastic lid that you can put on. It has the airtight seal, so it preserves your aroma from the humidity or anything that goes into the bean hopper. So you don't have to worry about that. It preserves it. Now, the second thing, as we can see here as well, is the water tank. So the water tank here is a capacity of 1.9 liter. So you are able to put 1.9 liter water reservoir in there, and you don't have to worry about filling it every often. It's very good capacity. You can see right away that gray thing. What is that? Do you know what's that?
You're gonna tell me, I'm sure.
Okay, this is called the Claire's Smart Filter. This is a filter that lasts 50 liters of usage.
Okay.
So about 25 full fills of the water tank.
Okay.
And it filters your water from calcium and minerals. So you get the freshest water to your own coffee, yes.
And removes the need for descaling.
That's correct.
Completely. So once you have the water filter in there, you do not have to descale your machine.
Yes.
Those filters, does the machine come with a filter when you purchase it?
Both machines, you'll get one filter free with your machine. You can test it, see if you're in need of filters or you don't want to use filters for your machine. You have both options.
Okay, fantastic. So what did we miss back here? There was a couple of doors you see here. Now I know this one here doesn't have the coffee chute, but I do see a grind.
Yes. So in both machines, on the right flap, the door, that small door, you see the setting for the grinder. So you are able to change how fine that grind that goes to the machine, how fine your grinder you want it to be. You have the coarsest and you have the finest. Around 6 levels.
How would that make a difference in the kind of drinks you're going to get, in the taste?
So it depends of the blend. Of course, the more fine it is, the more the water goes slower through the grains.
Right.
So it's more strong.
Fantastic.
And the coarser, it goes faster, so it doesn't take all the aromas. But that, of course, depends on the blend of the beans.
As well. So I do see there is a chute here. Now you mentioned that I can't use ground coffee. So what is it for in the E6? Why do I have a chute here?
So for the E6 chute is for the cleaning cycle, the cleaning tablet. When you have to do cleaning, the machine prompts you to add the cleaning tablet, the Jura cleaning tablets. That's when you add it. That's the only reason for it.
But the E8?
You can even see when you open both flaps that with the E8 there is that triangle that says 2 maximum.
Right.
There it's X'd. So it always reminds you in case you forget.
Okay.
For this one, you are able to put as much as 2 scoops, which you're gonna get with your machine, 2 Jura scoops.
Okay.
So it here tells you 2 maximum, so you can put 1 or 2 depending how many cups you're making. So as well as the cleaning tablet goes in the same place when you start the cleaning cycle, and the machine prompts you to add the tablet.
Okay. When I use the chute, specifically for ground coffee, whether it's because it's a flavored coffee or a decaf, for whatever reason, I do not want to use the the beans that I have in the hopper. The ground coffee will go in that chute over there. Now, do I still have access to all the programmability functions on the screen when I use the ground coffee option?
So the moment we open the flap on the E8, you will see please add ground coffee. It automatically recognizes that you want to use it. We will add them how many scoops you want, 1 or 2. And then you will close it. Now I didn't add anything, so it automatically recognizes that I didn't use any. So it says not enough ground coffee.
Right.
However, if I put ground coffee, it goes to the main menu like we see here.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And then it will tell you, and it does tell you that it's using, so it gives you the option of using either the ground coffee
Once you open the flap and you add the scoops,
right,
it recognizes and it goes to this screen where you can make your drinks.
Okay, so we've got the ground coffee chute covered, we've got the hopper covered, we've got 1.9 liter water capacity, and I know we're going to spend some time here, but let's talk about the spout first.
Yes.
Why do I have 2 spouts coming out there?
So for both E6 and E8, you have the double spout where you are able to make 2 cups at the same time. 2 cups of ristretto, 2 cups of espresso, 2 cups of normal coffee.
Whatever drink that you're making, you make 2
For
of them.
coffee beverages.
For coffee beverages.
For coffee beverages,
Okay.
yes.
So
If you and your partner or you have guests, you're able to hit the button fast twice, and it will make two coffees, whichever your choice is on the coffee beverage, and it will make it instantly.
okay, and if I hit it once, is it going to still use both spouts?
Yes.
Great. And now what do we have here?
So we have this tray, and it's almost very similar for both of them. Once we open it, you can open yours as well.
Yep.
This is called the drip tray.
This is a large tray.
Yeah, it's a good capacity, so you don't always have to worry about filling them. So this is the ground coffee pucks where they go after they are brewed. It automatically disposes in this container.
Right.
And it holds a capacity up to 10 cups, 10 pucks.
Okay, that's good. So you don't have to constantly empty
And the
out.
machine tells you, of course, you don't
Okay.
have to guess.
Okay.
And also, when the machine rinses, it goes straight into that tray.
Okay. So if I wanted to empty out the water, take it to the sink, and do I go from the front or the back?
Wherever you want.
Wherever I
Both
want?
options,
Okay.
yes.
Sure.
And then the last but not least, what we are able to view here on the tray is the 2 contact sensors.
Okay.
This is what prompting both machines drip tray not fitted. What that means is that this tray is smart, which you are able to also use when the tray is full with water. You don't have to worry about overflowing. The machine tells you when you need to empty it, and it would not let you do any more thing on the screen until you empty
Until
it.
you empty it. So this seems to be a very smart system. Does the machine also tell you if you need to add more beans into the hopper or more water into the container?
Definitely, of course.
Of course it does.
You're in the Jura brand. You don't need to even think. Your brain shuts off. The machine does everything.
It does everything for you.
If the beans were empty, it will tell you fill beans.
Right.
If the water tank is empty, before you even do your drink, it will tell you fill water tank.
Okay. Screen.
Mhm.
Let's talk about that.
So now we're gonna go into details of the E8, and then we will go details with E6.
Perfect.
So for the E8, we can see here, first screen we see is espresso, of course, coffee, ristretto, which is a short espresso.
Right.
So an espresso is usually 1.5 ounces, and a ristretto is typically 0.5 ounces.
Okay.
And then you are also able to do hot water.
Yep.
So what is that for? What do you think?
Where is the hot water spout anyways?
Yeah, it comes from here.
Would that be very helpful for someone who wants to make Americanos, for instance? They want to get themselves a shot of espresso or maybe tea.
Yes. And then going into the second page, we have espresso doppio, which is a double shot espresso, an authentic Italian double shot.
Stop right there, because how else would you make it if this is the authentic way?
So like I mentioned, an espresso is 1.5 ounces of water pumped through 10 grams of coffee.
Right.
That's the typical.
Right.
And then on the espresso doppio, it will grind twice. So it will grind around 20 grams
Right.
of coffee, and then it pumps the 3 ounces of water.
Would that do it all at once, 3 grams and then water, or would it do two separate
Grinds.
Two separate
Two
grinds?
fully separate.
That's what you mean by authentic Italian.
Authentic Italian.
Fantastic.
And then we have the macchiato, which is a typical espresso with 5 seconds of foamed milk.
Right.
We have hot water for green tea, which you already mentioned.
Perfect.
And we have special, it's more like I want to design my own coffee and have it on the main screen.
I don't therefore have the option for the hot water for green tea.
We will get into
in the
details with
East.
that.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. And then finally, the milk-based beverages.
Mhm.
So you have your cappuccino, of course. You have your flat white, which is milk and steamed milk with coffee and a little bit of foam.
Mhm.
And then you have latte macchiato, and you have 1 portion of milk. If you want only milk, you can get also milk.
Great. And the milk would come out of this.
Yes,
Frother
all
here.
the milk-based beverages are here, and all the coffee-based beverages are from the double
So
spout.
I see, from what I can tell here, I see the spout, which actually is connected to this.
Yes.
Interesting enough, moves up and down.
Yes.
And I see a lot more clearance here than I do here.
Because usually with milk-based beverages, it's bigger cup, so you need to fit them there. Why don't I prep your wine.
You know, I cannot wait to see this frother in action
Yes.
because I know it's a big feature of the E8 and I want to see how it also differs from the E6.
Exactly, so we are able to demonstrate that. So with the milk frother and the E8, because it's adjustable, I have easy movement and easy size cups I can put there. So I don't have to guess because this is a pretty big cup.
And you know what, for people who want to take a drink in the morning with them to work,
Yes.
mind you, if you're not working from home, that is,
Yes.
then that would be a great option to have that much clearance. So that's
Exactly.
great. Okay. Let's
So let's hit on the latte, and it's a one-touch system, so you don't have to do anything but hit the button. So I'm hitting the button, it grinds on the spot.
And I can right now, on the fly, I can determine how much coffee to be grounded, and then also the amount of milk and.
Exactly, so you are able to adjust all the information. So right now, I'm gonna adjust my cup, for example, to 21 seconds of milk. So I'm able to do it instantly and even stop it instantly. So I don't have to worry about overflowing.
What does that do?
That's more for flat white.
Okay.
So when it's fully vertical,
Uh-huh.
means it's fully foamed.
Aha.
When it's fully horizontal, means it's mostly steam.
So you can control the amount of foam that comes out of the froth.
Yes.
Okay. So this is at maximum foam right now.
Yes, that's the maximum thickest foam.
And it is bubbly. It's actually very
See,
bubbly.
even with the
That's
interval, so
beautiful.
the trick with the latte macchiatos is the interval.
Right.
So you always have to leave the interval for the milk to break into the 3 layering. That is the famous.
You give it some time to rest and relax.
Exactly.
Just while that's being interval basically is, so milk comes in seconds. It doesn't come in ounces or milliliters.
Yeah.
It basically says how many seconds of milk you want in
That's
it.
correct.
This is forming beautifully. An interval therefore is the machine is gonna wait for the milk to settle. And then now I see it's almost there. Now what if it was overflowing?
You can stop it at this,
Stop
but
it right
I know this machine, so I know it's So here I will.
And I already see layers, and I see dancing coffee in my.
So here you are able to view. I didn't do anything but touch the latte macchiato button, and it did it all by itself.
It is
What do you
an
think?
absolutely gorgeous drink, and I can't believe that you just did that so easily with a touch of a pretty good. Can I?
Yes,
Please.
go ahead.
No. Can I get another cameraman, please? Now, this is at the end of the day an espresso machine, Hazem, and I'm not going to let you go unless if I get my shot of espresso.
Definitely. So here we
Okay.
go. We'll put that. So we're making a coffee beverage, so I don't have to put my cup under the frother. We'll put it under the coffee spout.
Perfect.
Because it's espresso. Then I go navigate through the TFT button screen.
Can I try that?
Sure.
Just to see, because this is actually the first time I'm
Yes.
using this screen here, and I see espresso, coffee, ristretto, hot water. So I already see espresso here. All I have to do is press one shot of espresso, and yeah, I can determine how much, and I can determine the volume.
Yes. So a typical
So let's
espresso
say-
is 1.5 ounces.
So I want to say 2 ounces.
Sure.
Let's see how it does that. Do these move? They don't move. They're at
They're adjustable in height, but not in
not
size.
Okay.
And for example, if you think, oh, that's enough coffee for me, I'll hit cancel.
Okay, let's do
It
that.
will stop it automatically, and you can view the crema
The crema.
highlighted by the amber light, the light that is yellow.
There's an amber light.
Yeah, you can even see it on the crema itself.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, and you are
That is
able
beautiful.
to see the thickness.
And it shows the crema, which looks absolutely gorgeous. You have to see it. You have to see this. I need to know what beans you're using there, and I'm gonna link the beans in this page because this is a delicious coffee. Is there any other facts that I need to know about the E8 before we move on to the E6?
The E8 is the top selling machine around the world
Wow.
for its mid-range price and the amazing features that you are able to do with one-touch button.
I'm curious to see how the latte is different in this machine compared to the E8. Go ahead.
Yes, so the main difference like we talked about, so for the coffee, E8 and E6 are exactly the same. Now the difference is with the frothing system, it's a little bit less advanced, but you still have the option to use it. We're gonna make a nice cappuccino right now. It also does it instantly, you also can adjust it while it's grinding, and you are able to adjust the milk, which is measured in seconds. We can see here while it's heating up the frothing system.
Touch anything?
It will tell you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So here, with the E6, it tells you to open the switch, which we don't see on the E8 because it's one touch system. That's the main difference, I would say.
Okay.
So I would just do exactly like that. Open it.
And you have to go all the way out.
Well, and you can even adjust, like we talked about, the amount of milk.
Right.
And once it's done, it will tell you close the switch. And you don't have to guess, of course.
And so it's on, off, or
Yes.
is there...
Yeah, see, so switch close.
Oh,
And it closes the
so
switch.
it's not like it's increasing or decreasing anything, it's really an on and off
Just like
switch.
that.
Okay.
And same thing here when you're, so you don't have to guess where the coffee is coming from because it's also all in one place. And it's also very convenient. You don't have to worry about where's the coffee gonna come out from. It's all in one place. And also you are able to stop in the middle of the process if you want to. So you don't want more coffee than milk, for example.
Okay. So it was still pretty easy.
Yes.
It's just a matter of you have to stay on top of the fact that you need to turn the switch on
That's
for the
it.
milk froth to work or not.
And look
Plus
at the
fact
foam,
that
it's even majestic.
it's a beautiful foam. You know what? Even the E6 is making a gorgeous drink. I actually see 4 layers. It's a beautiful foam because it's so silky. I wish you could smell this.
So in regards of hot water,
Yep.
you are still able to make hot water, although there is no option on the screen that says hot water.
Okay.
But when you open that switch without milk or anything, it goes to hot water. You can
Okay.
see
So it's basically now giving me
hot water,
hot
and
water.
you can also control it in ounces.
Oh, wow. Can I control the temperature or
Yes,
anything?
yes, in the program.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
And then I close it and it stopped.
So for tea, green tea, whether or black tea, you could use the E6 for hot water.
Extra.
Now, we do have some accessories shown here as well. So, not all of this stuff that you see come with these machines. But let's start from here. The first thing we have here is a cup warmer, which has 2 trays to keep your cups warm. Why on earth would I need warm cups? Right,
For espresso and ristretto,
right.
the amount of water is very little, so it tends to cool down very fast.
Okay,
So if you want a very good, if you enjoy your drink hot,
right.
you need to warm your cups to preserve the taste and the temperature of your coffee.
Now this here is a carafe, it's a glass carafe that is not included within any of the machines, but it is something that you can purchase separately, and it's just a milk container.
Yes, it's just a normal glass that has the Jura logo on it. If you see here from the front,
Yeah.
it just adds to the looks for your expensive coffee machine because you want it to look nice and you're already paying for the features. Why not add a nice feature to it, right?
Okay. And the other thing that I noticed, because all coffee machines do come with the milk pipe,
Yes.
not the silver
Casting.
casting.
Yeah, stainless steel casting. It also adds for looks. It doesn't do anything with functionality.
What do we have here?
We have something called cool control.
Okay.
Not a fridge.
Okay.
Not a milk fridge, not a cool fridge, nothing with fridge doing with it. It just controls the temperature of the milk that you're going to put in it. This is more towards that people that they don't want to go back and forth to the fridge for the milk.
Right.
It keeps your milk there 4 degrees Celsius throughout the day, so you don't have to worry about milk getting warm and bad because that's a mini cooler, and you have to turn it off at night after you stop using it. You can't keep it on 24/7.
Okay, well that's a really great tool if you're making a few cappuccinos or lattes per day and periodically.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe for someone who's going to take this to their office.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, great.
And it comes in 2 different, actually 3 different sizes.
3 different sizes.
0.6 liter, 1 liter, and 2 liters.
Now, if I didn't have a carafe, can I just use the milk I have in the fridge and put some whatever glass?
So if you have milk in the fridge, you put it in any sort of cup, and attach.
There you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it will take automatically the milk from your cup.
There is one more attachable accessory that I find really interesting. It's called a Smart Connect.
Yes.
And basically, this allows you to talk to your phone or Alexa, whether it's a Siri or Alexa, and say, Siri, make me espresso. And what happens?
All right. So let's talk in details about the Smart Connect. So the Smart Connect is compatible for both E6 and E8. What it does is you have to download the Joe app, Jura operating experience,
Okay.
and connect it via Bluetooth.
Okay.
And you are able to access whatever we did on the screen from your phone. Whether it's maintenance, whether it's brewing a drink, or whether if you want to check the status of the machine.
Okay.
So you can do, once the machine is turned on and this thing is connected to your phone, you are able to tell Siri, please make me an espresso. And voila.
The E8, definitely their best selling machine. It is a Swiss company. It does come with a 2-year warranty on parts and labor. We are an authorized dealer for Jura. We ship these free of charge nationally to all Canadian provinces. If there's any warranty issues, we are minutes away from the service center, which is in the Mississauga, Ontario. And therefore, if you have any questions, if I missed anything, please, 1-877-220-5656 is our toll-free number. Feel free to give us a call. Chat with us online, sales@vacuumwarehouse.ca.